Okay, so let's talk about Chrissy Teigen because she's opening up about her life following her bullying controversy. Chrissy has been under fire ever since old tweets of hers resurfaced where she called on celebs like Courtney Stodden and Lindsay Lohan to kill themselves. Chrissy has since apologized. In a recent Instagram post, Chrissy said she feels lost and is not handling being canceled well. She went on to write, quote, "Cancel Club is a fascinating thing, and I have learned a whole lot, and it's hard to talk about because obviously you sound whiny when you've clearly done something wrong. It just sucks." All right, so this is a story that just won't go away. What do you think, Lindsay?
I mean, I think these issues that she brought up and saying things are inappropriate on the highest level, but I also think she just lost a kid. And so the fact that everybody's bringing up 2-year-old plus issues and attacking her right now is a little bit unfair. I think that she is somebody who everybody's like, get off social media, but she's not this big supermodel. She's not this big actress. Her bread and butter comes from building her personality on social media and turning that into lucrative brand collaborations and deals, writing a cookbook and things like that. So I don't know that we want to kick her off social media. Like, this has been something that she maybe has a little bit of an addiction to. She comments on every single issue on Twitter, maybe speaks and puts her foot in her mouth too much. But I think now is not the time to jump down this woman's throat, especially when the issue, while we're jumping down her throat, has to do with a designer that was being racist allegedly. And that's the core of the issue. And we need to talk about that and then lead to Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, before we even get to any of that, I think a lot of our viewers are looking, because I'm kind of like, I have one foot in the digital age and one in the analog age. So they're like, who cares? You know, if you're canceled, go outside. But I think from her post, we can read that she's like, when I go outside, I'm still thinking about being online. Her identity, her money, her relationships are online, and she feels like she's lost all of that. And I don't know about Cancel Club. I think that if we learned anything from Wendy Williams or anybody that tweets controversial, 50 Cent, they tweet very controversial things that are like sometimes shunned, but they're like, okay, you don't see Wendy Williams like, well, I made a bad joke. She's like, yeah, I said that, sorry, and keeps moving. But she seems like she's just embraced it and be like, I'm sorry, I'm going away, guys.
I don't know. Listen, I used to be a huge Chrissy Teigen fan. My heart breaks for her about losing her child. I can't even imagine what she must be going through. So for me, I just have to like compartmentalize everything. Now with the designer, Michael Costello, the allegations against him, he seems like a really horrible racist person, the allegations that we know of. But we forget about a lot of her victims. We hear about the Lindsay Lohans, the Demi Lovato's, the Courtney Stoddens. There were people out there were just 13, 14, 15-year-old girls that had no resources, no fan bases, that were bullied by her. And then there was also the young actress, if we have a photo of her at 9 years old, she was the youngest actress to be nominated for an Academy Award, Quvenzhané Wallis. She said Chrissy Teigen said the most horrific things about this young queen that she ended up deleting those, but they resurfaced a couple years after when everything came out. So yes, Chrissy's gone through a lot, but you do have to suffer the consequences to how you treat these young girls. Like, you can't just say, and if I were to tell you some of the things that she said to these young girls, they are abhorrent. So how do you think that young actress at 9 years old being nominated for Academy Award felt when she found out that Chrissy Teigen, one of the most famous women and beloved women in the world, was making fun of her? So it's hard for me to have sympathy. I do have sympathy for losing the child, but when it comes to her past behavior, these are the consequences.
I'll tell you how I feel about it. I used to be a huge Chrissy Teigen fan, so sort of the opposite of you, okay?
No, I was a Chrissy Teigen fan.
Right, and then you're sort of, okay, so I guess I'm on your path, is what I'm saying, because here's the thing.
So not the opposite.
Okay, I got it.
Let her get to it.
I just want to get to my thing.
Okay.
I was just going to say, she called it out herself. When she goes, yeah, this might sound whiny. You kind of do, boo. You do. You sound whiny. And you also sound a little addicted to the internet. If you're so sick of the cancel culture, get off the internet. Go volunteer for someone that needs your help. Go raise money for a food bank. You're going to be in your sweats and tell me, I know this sounds whiny, but I'm sick of being canceled. You do sound whiny.
She's right. How about having sit-downs with Quvenzhané
But people
Wallis,
don't do
with bullying young
with
girls.
Monica Lewinsky's bullying
You guys are
campaigns.
missing the point that people don't do sit-downs. People don't go outside. We are of a different generation where our parents literally told us, go outside. We went out and
Dude, they're not robots. They're still humans.
When a lot of people, most of us met our spouse or our person, we met them in real time, in real life. We didn't meet them online through Tinder.
But she knows how to go, but Al,
we experienced life before the internet.
She knows how to go outside and have a conversation.
Clearly she doesn't.
If Quavenjanae Wallace was your daughter and she just
I'm not
gotten
justifying
nominated
any of this.
for an
I'm just saying, take her out and just represents a large chunk of society that does not know how to approach somebody romantically or through anger.
She certainly knows how to
not
network.
With the medium
She's gotten
of
to the
social
top.
media.
She was on Sports Illustrated. This girl knows how to have a
But
conversation.
I think no matter
and
what
campaign.
she does, she is this big loudmouth on Twitter and on all the other spaces that's very outspoken that people really didn't like if they didn't agree with her opinion. And so even if she brings every single girl from Quavenjanae on to her home, people are still going to say, no, you're wrong because you tried to be the police on Twitter and tell everything from political to sports to every opinion that you had. And now you're wrong. And so you have no space to.
But isn't that better than sitting there in her sweat saying this might sound whiny, but I'm bored?
No, I'm saying
that's
I
at
don't
least
think
something
she can
she's
have it
doing.
both ways. If you're going to be that loudmouth, which I totally agree with, you got to also take the the Wendy Williams
I think people
path,
that have
and that you can
discernment-
give it and take it.
I think that people have discernment would give her another chance if she really did address. She kind of glossed
Like bullying,
over.
yeah.
She made it about Michael Costello. She made it about Courtney Stodden, and then she left off all these really young victims of hers. So I think, I don't know. I would definitely, I want to see her have a road to redemption. I really do.
Of course.
So we'll see. All right, coming up on DBL, the fabulous Haley Hasselhoff.